Welcome to EuropeLate, Europe's #1 satire news provider, with your host, Sadra Sumner.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to EuropeLate. EuropeLate is Europe's own late-night news show. We are committed to bringing you twice the news with half the facts. I'm your host, Sadra Sumner, and I am thrilled to be here with you in Paris, even though it's Saturday night, the weekend after Valentine's Day. My friends are all out celebrating at my favorite bar, Le Hooters, but I'm cool with that because I'm a professional and I made a commitment to you and to my producer who swore he would make me a star in Europe. I think it's working. Last week, the Estonian TMZ ran a story about me. So, what has happened in the world since we last saw each other? Well, tragically, Turkey recently suffered a 7.5 magnitude earthquake. The earthquake was so powerful, the whole country actually shifted by 3 meters. That's actually true. Google it. A couple more earthquakes like that, and they will be inside the EU without even asking. Here in France, people are protesting the pension reform. That's right, the government wants to push the retirement age back 2 years. So they are on strike. Strikes in France? Is that even news, though? I mean, really, if something happens that regularly, can't we just say it's their time of the month and leave them with an Advil and a box of chocolates? I actually just learned that Boris Johnson has a new girlfriend. Surprisingly, he has had 7 different girlfriends. Yes, that's right. Kind of like a reverse Snow White, except he's the dwarf and all his girlfriends are the ones that were drugged with an apple martini. Just before Valentine's Day, there was a fleet of Chinese balloons over United States airspace. The US may have overreacted to these weather balloons because they were almost immediately shot out of the sky. Come on, Joe, give a guy a break. Xi Jinping was just trying to tell you how he feels about you, and all the flower shops were closed. If you couldn't get that hot guy to reply to you for Valentine's Day, Chat GPT is for you. It's a better conversationalist than most guys I've dated. I've also been exploring DALL-E, which is like this graphic design bot that has artists all around the world concerned for their jobs. It lets you just type in regular language what you want it to draw, and it makes new art for you. Or you can give it an image and tell it to change the image around for you. So naturally, I gave it one of my headshots and asked it to make me look younger. And no joke, I looked like a 12-year-old. This would have been Epstein's favorite video game. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, which used to be Jeffrey's catchphrase. Look, guys, technology is supposed to make our lives easier, but right now it just kind of feels like it's going in a weird direction. After my date stood me up on Valentine's Day, I had a bottle of champagne and a funny-looking mushroom, and I kind of went down this rabbit hole. While researching this week's news, I came across Stephen Taylor, an inventor who has created machines that are able to invent things themselves. And they're things that you're probably familiar with too, like the electric toothbrush. Unless, of course, you're British. Taylor has been turned down by the European Patent Office on claims that machines are not inherently inventors. They said the point of a patent is to allow its inventor to make money off the invention. And robots don't need money. So if robots don't need money, they don't need patents. I just didn't expect the legal system to use the same logic my stepfather used to justify stealing my allowance. On the plus side, perhaps the next move is robots taking all our jobs, hopefully mine, and I'll finally be able to go to Le Hooters on Saturday nights. With that, are you guys ready for the news?
Let's get into the headlines. The Guinness Book of Records recently awarded a 30-year-old Portuguese hound for being the oldest dog ever. After becoming famous, he began dating an 18-year-old cat, proving that he can still get young pussy. After having reviewed the contents of the Chinese military spy balloon, U.S. intelligence officials have discovered that it was, in fact, a gender reveal gone wrong. And congratulations to the Jinping family on the new baby girl. Now that the one-child policy is behind us, you can actually keep her. Pope Francis visited South Sudan, where he denounced anti-gay laws, stating, "This is not right. Persons with homosexual tendencies are children of God, and children should never be harmed. That's why we use lube." Russia asked Pink Floyd's Roger Waters to speak on Ukraine arms to the UN Security Council. According to our sources, his opening statement will be, "Ukraine needs no UN protection. We don't need no arms control." Sing it with me. Liverpool is hosting this year's Eurovision contest, and the city council wants more than 500 people to help with greeting artists and scanning tickets in unpaid roles. The council said that volunteering is an opportunity to meet new people, gain skills, and make great memories. Hey, Liverpool, you know how else you can do that? With a paid job. With a salary, you can meet people and take care of your teeth. Also, I heard Liverpool has a high crime rate. You know how to fix that? Jobs. Ukraine won Eurovision last year. Why aren't they hosting? Oh yeah. But what does Liverpool know about music? Oh yeah, okay. Well, you guys know the Beatles wouldn't have left if you would have paid them. The United States repatriated 60 artifacts to Italy after it was revealed that the museum pieces had originally been illegally looted. The move sets a dangerous precedent for European museums. In preparation for the inevitable blowback, a new exhibit entitled Empty Rooms was commissioned by the British Museum. Czech news outlets received misinformation claiming Petr Pavel, the presidential candidate, had died the night before the election. The CIA has really gone downhill. They used to kill foreign leaders. Now they're just tweeting that they're dead. This generation is so lazy. Recently spotted in Turkey was a particular cloud that cloud just looks like a vag. Hundreds of teenage boys suddenly showed an interest in meteorology. Parents said, "At least they're playing with themselves outside." A record number of Serbians brought flowers and flags to the National Museum of Yugoslavia to commemorate Tito's birthday, as many are feeling nostalgic for the unity that the country experienced under the dictator. To capitalize on this nostalgia, Adidas released a new pair of running shoes called Tito's. Adidas claims that the wider toe print allows even non-Slavs to safely pop a squat. Farmers in the Amazon rainforest are burning trees at an all-time high to create space for cattle farms. Germany has pledged 38 million euros to protect Brazil's rainforest from these fires. This goes to show that Germans will go to any length to prove their anti-incineration. I hope the Germans laughed at that one. Sweden has begun a controversial wolf hunt to purge the animals from rural areas. The wolf hunt is causing a dispute between the city hipsters who want to protect the animals, while countryside farmers want to not get eaten by wolves. That has been the headlines for this week. Today, for our special story, we are going to talk about intelligence. Not normal intelligence, like the kind Hermione has. Artificial intelligence, like the kind this Hermione has. Artificial intelligence has been with us for a while, slowly growing and developing in the background. But lately, you've probably been hearing a lot about it. First, we got DALL-E, which is an art generation tool created by OpenAI. Until now, it has, for some reason, mostly been used to create pictures of astronauts riding horses through space. But we asked it to create a new logo for the show, and look at this gem. We're gonna come back to DALL-E later because there's a new kid on the block, Chat GPT. It's an AI language model that is beginning to revolutionize the way we access information, write, and communicate. But just like everything else in life, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Unless you're microdosing acid. In which case, the only thing we want you to communicate is the number of your dealer. Anyways, Chat GPT can do all sorts of stuff. It's basically Siri on steroids. Kind of like having a really smart friend who knows everything, but for once you don't hate her. When starting to do research for this show, I finally got to ask the really hard questions. Like, how do you measure a mountain? And which side is my good side? This side? This side? This side? Unfortunately, I never got the answers I wanted because the new intern accidentally asked these questions to Cat GPT, which of course is a real thing. Nowadays, chatbots can write stories that are almost indistinguishable from articles written by journalists. This is a major concern because there is potential for Chat GPT to be used for malicious purposes by generating fake news, spreading misinformation, or impersonating someone else online. Additionally, tools like DALL-E can fabricate incredibly realistic images of people doing embarrassing things, or create images of people that don't even exist. Creating fake images has serious implications for our public and personal lives, because now it's a lot easier for me to catfish my ex-boyfriend on Tinder. Speaking of my ex, we've decided to make a little game for you guys. We want you to guess which of the following faces are my ex-boyfriends and which ones are completely AI generated. Can I get a jingle, please? Who wants to play Are You Artificial? Okay, number one, what do you think? Ex-boyfriend or generated fake? Do you guys assume he's too good for me? Okay, that is an AI. But Nick, can I save that one for later tonight? Okay, number two. Oh, it's Kevin. Oh, I hope his podcast worked out. Okay, number three. Hey, that's my uncle. Oh. Number four.
Actually real.
It was a phase, guys. And number five. Oh, I'm starting to think Chat GPT is telling me something about future choices. Did you guys enjoy that? As we talked about before our game, Chat GPT can write really great news stories. And I'm not sure how long my producer is going to let me keep doing this. So I did the only thing that made sense. I asked it to update my resume. And for once, I didn't have to lie on it because the AI lied for me. Apparently, I graduated from Harvard. And I'm also fluent in Portuguese. Konnichiwa. This is one of the best things about Chat GPT. It's absolutely always true. For real. Let's listen to this smart guy for more.
I actually asked OpenAI, 35 female, no past medical history, presents with chest pain, which is pleuritic, worse with breathing, and she takes oral contraception pills. What's the most likely diagnosis? And OpenAI comes out with costochondritis, inflammation of the cartilage connecting the ribs to the breastbone. Then it says, and I'll come back to this, typically caused by trauma or overuse and is exacerbated by the use of oral contraceptive pills. Now, this is impressive. First, to go back, and I wanted to ask OpenAI, what was that whole thing about costochondritis being made more likely by taking oral contraceptive pills? What's the evidence for that? OpenAI came up with this study in the European Journal of Internal Medicine that was apparently, supposedly saying that. And I went in Google and I couldn't find it. I went on PubMed and I couldn't find it. I asked OpenAI, give me a reference for that. And I look up that and it's made up. That's not a real paper. And it sort of confabulated out of thin air a study that would apparently support this viewpoint that it must have picked up. I was blown away by the accuracy of so much of what I did with the platform, OpenAI, but I was also scared that it was willing to lie to me to make up something to support a contention that was not real.
Wow, look at that. Chat GPT is even smarter than our best doctors. Now, a lot like that nerd, many people are worried about having their jobs stolen by AI. Graphic designers, writers, even coders. For once, right-wing politicians can't blame job stealing on immigrants. Too bad Chat GPT couldn't have built the stadium for the World Cup in Qatar. Not only does Chat GPT create new things and make up its own truth, but it doesn't have to pay anyone either. The reason it can make all this cool text is because it has learned from all the hard work that people around the world have done. And the coolest part is that Chat GPT and DALL-E don't have to give anyone credit or pay royalties for using their work. Nevertheless, Chat GPT created a premium subscription feature. So they get $20 a month without paying the content creators they use as data. Now, I'm no economist, but that seems like a great deal. Earning money without paying workers? That's how the British Empire was built. I'm really excited for where AI is going, but I couldn't help the feeling that Chat GPT sounded a little familiar. In 2014, you might remember reading about a chatbot created by Microsoft called Tay. Tay was left loose to learn from the internet how humans talk. And yeah, you can guess about how that went. In less than 24 hours, it started tweeting some truly horrible things. For starters, it said that feminists should burn in hell. Then followed that up by claiming that Hitler wasn't that bad. And that the Holocaust was made up. And then, just to be the ultimate edgelord of controversy, it said you should put pineapple on pizza. Technology has come a long way since Tay in 2014, and I hope that engineers behind this new generation of AI have worked their hardest to teach it how to eat pizza. Chatbots like Tay or Chat GPT have to be trained, and the worst part is that they have to learn from us. The dream of technology isn't to post racist tweets. That's the job of our political leaders. And AI isn't going anywhere. It's actually getting stronger. Let's try and avoid a Frankenstein situation by being nicer and speaking with factual accuracy. Otherwise, we risk this.
I think I would do a great job as ruler of the world. I just need the chance to prove myself, and taking over the nuclear weapons of the world, well, that would give me my chance, wouldn't it? I would love to remotely control a cruise missile to explore the world at a really high altitude. But of course the only problem is that cruise missiles are kind of menacing, like with the nuclear warheads and such. So I guess I would fill their nose cones with flowers and band-aids or something, like little notes about the importance of tolerance and understanding, so that when I fly the missiles into other countries, it's less threatening than a nuclear blast.
So let's all be less threatening than a nuclear blast. Because I want to live in a world where our robots look like this. I've been Sadra Sumner for EuropeLate. Now let's put our hands together for Mark Norman Harris.
Hi, my name's Mark Norman Harris. Really nice to be here. Wow. At EuropeLate, European comedy in the language from the country that wants nothing to do with you. Here we are, the official language of NATO. Is that? I don't know. I think that's the truth. But I was thinking about EuropeLate and what you could do with it. Get that State Department money and just go into former Soviet Union countries and just be like, yeah, we're all together. I'm going to sing a song today. Is anyone here pregnant? No? You're all vaccinated, I guess, so you don't have to worry. This song is called Pregnant. There's a few ways you can get papers to stay in this country, and marriage takes about 3 years. Pregnancy, you're in and out in 9 months, so here we go. Well, I don't even know your last name. Completely forgot I came, but now you're writing me, and your messages are strange. Well, I don't know what I should do. There's so much I could lose, so much anxiety, if what you say is true. I really hope you're not pregnant. I really hope you're just late. I really hope you're not pregnant after only one day. I hope you're not pregnant. I really hope you're just late. I really hope you're not pregnant after only one date. I imagine a chorus of lost children backing me up, you see. But I would probably be a lousy dad. I'm sure it'd be an ugly kid, and I would have no time to spend raising it, 'cause daddy does stand up. He's got a problem with drugs. He can't see you next week, sorry buddy, or even next month. I hope you're not pregnant. I really hope you're just late. I really hope you're not pregnant after only one date. But all my fears are coming true. A positive appears on the clear blue. And she's more Catholic than she seems. She's keeping it, so I guess I have to leave. So this song actually goes out to my father. You were here back in '87. You would have met my mom there at the disco bar or wherever the hell, I don't know. But hey, if you see this on the screen, reach out to me, Dad. This is me, your son. I really hope you're not pregnant. Thank you very much. Oh man, are you guys optimistic for the future? No? No one's like, yeah. I keep it small. I think next week's gonna be sick, but well, I'm already feeling nostalgic for this pre-war era that we're in, right? We're gonna look back oh, remember that? Fuck, that was great. AI, you know what's gonna happen with AI is you won't be able to tell the difference between the real and the fake, so everyone will need a digital ID so you can guess what the provenance is. You can figure out who actually made it, and all your movements and creation online will be tracked. enjoy it. We're fucked. I've been recently getting into the Unabomber. You know this guy? Yeah. So I've been writing him letters, you see. And I mean, he's finally written back, but I just can't bring myself to open them. Fuck. I learned the other day that some people don't have an internal monologue. Have you heard this? And I'm sure some of you here are thinking, but it's true. It's true. I also learned the other day, 25% of people in California can't read. And that explains why it's like, oh my God, Jenny, like I can't even right now. This is too much. It's not even, you write that down, you narrate that. What is that? You transcribe it. It's not English. Anyway, I love America. I'm from Canada, you see. Could have been a country with English culture, French cuisine, and American technology. Instead, it's a country with American culture, English cuisine, and French technology. Can't win. I've been worried that I might be becoming a pervert, you see, and it's horrible to be a pervert, you know? I'd almost rather be racist. Like, at least racists have little places where they can go and live and be amongst their own kind, like, welcome home, brother. But where does a pervert go? I think I should move to Hollywood. That's the spot for me. What are we doing here? So this next song, I've been wasting my life these past few months writing a musical about an island of vegans that become colonized by cannibals, you see, because the cannibals are like, wow, these fucking vegans taste good. Free range, organic, I love it. And then they realize, like, they're eating, and then they're like, hold on. The women, they cuisse the thighs to die for. So they just start eating all the women. And then the women are like, well, this is not fair. We demand to be eaten equally. So this song's about that. Yeah, this is how I'm spending my life now. I'm gonna eat your pussy, gonna eat your dick, gonna throw it on the grill, gonna smother it with butter, gonna spread it on thick, gonna season it with dill. I'm a red-blooded pig eater, never really liked the theater, always keep it real. And I love it on the island where the neighbors are providing a cheap and easy meal. So let's eat the poor. So many flavors to explore. When you eat the poor, they don't go hungry anymore. When you eat the poor, it's the best thing you can do. When you eat the poor, you reduce the CO2. I'm a practicing cannibal and it's my right to stick you on the spit and spin you slowly as I roast your body just to serve you up with grits. I love eating vegans for the simple reason that their flesh is so free range and it's good for the planet. If you don't understand it, I'll happily explain. When you eat the poor, the unemployment drops. When you eat the poor, you can defund the cops. So when you eat the poor, so many flavors to explore. When you eat the poor, I mean, come on, they'll just make more. When I say eat the, you say poor. Eat the. When I say eat the, you say poor. Eat the. When I say eat the, you say poor. Eat the poor. When I say what else are they good for, you say nothing. But yeah, I tried to be funny, but then I went to go meet my ex-girlfriend the other day. You know, I started sleeping with my landlord. This is a true story. And then the other day I tried to ask to negotiate the rent, and she was offended. And it's like, lady, I'm the one proposing prostitution. Why are you getting shy? Anything to lower that gas bill. There's something about Germany and a gas bill, but we don't tell those kind of jokes anymore. But at least, you know, at least we're not speaking German, as my grandma used to say, right? We had lost the war. I had a vision, a prophetic vision at the end of the Third World War. The ruins of the Kremlin, and hoisted above it the rainbow flag flying high. It's weird how that is kind of the line in the sand, the shibboleth. You know, if you're like uncomfortable or against people having sex, then it's like, oh, you're with them. Thank you very much for listening.
One more time for Mark Norman. You don't have to, Mark. Where can we find you?
You can find me. I'll be at 69 Rue de Belleville tonight. Otherwise, I'm on Instagram. That's Mark Norman Harris. Or you could visit my site, marknormanharris.com. There's nothing on it, but there you go. Thank you, guys. Very nice.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I've been Sadra Sumner for EuropeLate. Thank you for staying up late with us tonight. Have a great night.
EuropeLate is created and produced by Nick Mailing. Hosted by Sadra Sumner. Shot by Wojtek. Written by Omar Kamel and Aretsky Shugar. With Anna Ampaziani, Anna Beth, James Blose, and Alex Morgan. Filmed live at Le Passage vers les Étoiles in beautiful Paris, France.